Hi, all. It's me. It's been a while since I posted, but I've got a few things I want to share today. The first of which is something that I, as a teacher, didn't know was happening. So when I taught in North Carolina, the students were bused to and from school. So this wasn't anything that I would have been privy to beforehand. Um, when I got to Nebraska and in my current, my latest district in Colorado. Um, the schools are close enough for walking, so the buses are not used unless they're for students who really need them. Um, so it's a lot of parent pickup, and I did not realize how big a deal parent pickup is. Um, For example, I live right by an elementary school and then a K-8 school. And it wasn't until I started staying home with my son that I realized how wild this situation is. So Owen and I, we would take walks during that time because it was the sunniest part of the day and usually the warmest part. And it school gets out at 2:50 here for the elementary school and maybe like 15 minutes later for the K-8 school. And so 2:50, I see parents here parked in the parking lots and then just lining the streets at like 1:45. So these parents are getting here and they're parking and they're sitting in their cars for an hour. And this happened in Nebraska as well. It was a joke, it was something we laughed about, and now that I'm thinking about it as a parent who's home, what? This just it doesn't why spend this is an hour a day, which is 5 hours a week, 20 hours a month. My mental math is not great beyond that. Is like 240 hours a year. That could be really wrong. Don't judge me on that. But anyways, this is a wild amount of time for a parent just to be sitting in a car waiting for their child to get out. And I understand the line stinks. Waiting in line stinks. Everybody does it and everybody hates it. Like it happens. I don't know. I think if I needed an excuse to read because that's something that I really love to do and it helps relax me, it's a self-care thing and just a joy. It brings me joy to read. If I needed an excuse to read, maybe once in a while I would go to school early, sit, take a drink, relax, play some music, and just read. But I don't think I could do that every day for an hour. Right now, because of how life is, the only way I've really been reading the last month has been to go to the gym, walk on the treadmill so I can get exercise, and read at the same time. So that's how life is going this way here. But anyways, I hope that the decision these parents are making brings them joy. It baffles me, and I'm not meaning to judge or laugh at or make fun of. Just, it's a situation I never realized was a situation until I stayed home. Um, and like, they bring kids in the car for this hour. Maybe it's not always an hour. Sometimes it's like 30 minutes. They show up and trickle on down the road. They bring their dogs. Like, Owen and I have walked by so many different car situations. It's wild to me. It's something I can't figure out in my head. But then I got to thinking, these parents are all sitting outside and waiting for their kids to get out. Like, how easy would it be for these parents to just go and volunteer some time in the classroom? Would that be something too ridiculous to do. Like, you're already at the school. Why not go in and volunteer your time? The afternoons are difficult. And I've worked in different grades and across the country, and the afternoons are difficult. An extra set of hands would be great. And like, even if you're just tidying things up, or if you're just monitoring a few students in a classroom to make sure that they clean up for the end of the day, or pull a couple kids and have them read to you, just pick a book from the library and read. Like, I would have loved that. What a wasted opportunity is what I now think about that. Like, so it's dozens of cars, and they all have parents. And how amazing would it be if instead of sitting in that car, you walk into your child's classroom or a different classroom and just said, hey, I'm here. Do you need me to cut something? Or, I can manage a printer, help out in the office. Like, just that would be great. That would be amazing. Like, what a small way for a parent to be a part of their child's education in a way that everybody seems to be talking about, but isn't actively like taking in on. Like, politically, everybody's saying a lot of things, but this is an active and wonderful thing that could be done to actually impact your child's education, to actually impact the education of the children in your community. So I don't know. If any of you are those parents, good on you for having some time. Go check out the school. See if you can volunteer. I think all you really need is a background check, and you can get into a classroom every day. And I guarantee that the love you will get from those kids will fill your bucket, and you will feel absolutely fulfilled. Absolutely, because they love having other people around to show off what they've learned, to show off their skills and abilities. And I think it could be a really good outreach from schools to families and to communities. So, just thoughts on today.